What's up guys, Draco here. I haven't worked an intro out yet, if that wasn't clear. That was way too many syllables for that second line, but I don't care because it still kind of rhymed. Woo! So anyway, flowers. I was thinking about flowers because was it last week? I think it was last week that it was Father's Day. I don't know, I didn't actually pay attention to any of it because I don't really pay attention to much in life. If everyone's wondering, I'm just holding a hairbrush because it's just pretty fun. I like fiddling with stuff. Anyway, yeah, I fiddle with stuff every episode. I assume you guys have realised at this point. But yeah, it was Father's Day, and at the church I went to, they were giving out like chocolates to people, and I realised that, like, on Mother's Day they tend to give flowers out, and on Father's Day they give chocolates out, and I'm like, why is appreciating flowers become a gendered thing? Because flowers are awesome. I mean, I'm agender, so I've mentioned this before, like, I'm also just fairly liberal, so I'm not into gendering much. Like, I don't think toys should be gendered, clothes should be gendered, pretty much anything. Yeah. Oh, see, like, I don't know, there's so much stuff which people are like, oh yeah, this is just... Anyway, but I think flowers, like, just appreciating the beauty of the world should not be, like, set off for, like, half the population. And I'm like, just, why is this a thing? Because I think flowers are awesome. They're also, like, used in some herbal remedies. They're, like, really pretty. There's so many benefits to flowers. I am very pro-flower. I don't think there's anyone who's, like, anti-flower. I don't think that's a controversial thing to be like, I'm very pro-flower, and then people can be like, oh yeah, flowers are good until they went woke. And then everyone hates flowers now. I'm like, what? Anyway, yeah, I think my favourite flower's probably a lotus. I also like water, and they're just, like, fairly unique among flowers in general. Yeah, I think I also like, oh, well, they're really small forget-me-nots, right? They're really cool. I feel like if I was a flower, I'd probably be a forget-me-not, because I'm just fairly small, and, like, not, like, physically, but just, like, emotionally. I feel like I don't have a very, like, confident disposition. I'm more just, like, quite timid, and I'm just like, hey, please don't crush me, which is what forget-me-nots do, because they're quite small and often get crushed, I think. I could be thinking about a completely different flower, though, because I'm not very good with botany. To be clear, I like the concept of flowers. I'm not super into flowers, and I can't go like, oh yeah, this flower, it was, give a bunch of information about it. I don't know much, just about life in general, but specifically about flowers. Aren't, like, foxtrots got, like, loads of weird myths about it? No, not foxtrot. What's it called? Foxglove. They have, like, loads of interesting folklore about it. I don't know it because I'm an idiot, but, like, I don't know, I think a lot of flowers have really cool folklore. Like, I know hyacinth, comes from hyacinthus, which is a really cool Greek myth about Apollo and, this other guy. Also, I like that the Greeks just, like, they had a lot of really cool I'm just hugely into Greek mythology, mainly because I take classics, so I kind of have to be. But, like, I think it's really cool just, like, how a society actually believes it, because it just builds upon so many different things. And there's a lot of different myths about different, like, plants and flowers and stuff like that. Like, you have, also, like, the reeds, because of whatever his name is, that whispered into the ground. You have, someone became an olive tree, I think. No, not an olive tree, that was Athena gave Athens an olive tree. Someone became a certain type of tree that, like, is now a famous tree. I don't remember. I'm very bad at remembering stuff. But anyway, yeah, I also just, I think another thing with flowers is, like, I feel like they I expect to see them way more when I go out. Like, if I go out into the woods, I see them actually less than I would expect for, like, a very common thing. I'm just like, I don't see them. But I don't know if that's because or, like, obviously, I see a lot of flowers, but they're all quite small. You don't see very many big flowers. Or maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe it's because I only go out for walks in, like, winter, because in summer it's too hot. That's probably the reason, actually. Because, yeah, I just don't like going out for walks when I'm going to die from the sun. And then I go out for walks in winter when everything's dead. That's probably why autumn's my favourite month, because it's like, it's not boiling hot, but stuff is still alive. It's very colourful as well, because I like orange and red a lot, instead of it's just, oh, it's all green, which, like, obviously green's great, but it's just like, it's more colourful with autumn. Yeah. I also love the aesthetic of, like, a flower in the hair. I think I did that for one of these episodes. I would have done it for this, but I didn't have any flowers in the house, unfortunately, so yeah. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of just, like, putting a flower in your hair. It's just, like, pretty chill, pretty fun. A lot of stuff beginning with pretty. I don't know why I'm putting that for it. Like, it makes it sound like it's less fun. It is very fun. Not just pretty fun. Yeah, I think it's just, like, a fun vibe. Just get a bit of character. Yeah, I also love it, like, either in real life or, like, in a show. But I also think, like, real life can be pretty... I keep saying pretty. Anyway, it can be chill, but then it's also really hard. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I find it hard to keep a flower just in my hair, like, for a while. If I'm trying to, like, go outside and do stuff. I can do it easily for a video, because I'm just sitting still. Like, I can even keep... I don't know if you guys seen, but I've just, like, put, like, I've just cut a paper clip in half and just put it in my ear. And as if ear piercing, because I'm like, I can't get ear piercings yet in my life, but I can do this. And it's, I don't think it's actually visible on camera, unfortunately, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm also very big on just personalization. Like, I think people should do a lot to make themselves feel like them, and whether that's getting piercings and stuff, or wearing makeup, or putting just, like, a flower in their hair, or maybe maybe the way they want to feel free is just like getting up in the morning and not doing anything, which is also totally fine. And I really like how, like, a world, I say I really like, I don't think this is a world we live in, but I would really like to live in a world where people can just live exactly as how they want to be themselves. Obviously, we need restrictions on what people do, but I think as long as you're not inflicting pain on others, like, I have no issues with you, like, choosing to look as, like, abnormal as you want. I'm trying to think of, like, a way to phrase it that isn't, like, abnormal, because that makes it sound negative. But I can't think of a different way. All the other things that came to my mind were even worse. But yeah, I feel like that's another thing. The label abnormal is often associated with being negative, when it's just being different. Like, Einstein is abnormal because he's way more intelligent than most people, but I don't think anyone would say, like, a negative thing about Einstein, because he's a genius. Same with, like, Newton, same with many other intelligent people. Because abnormal is anywhere more different from the norm. I think people say 2 standard deviations in, like, psychology, but I'm too stupid to actually know what that means. Well, I think there's loads of different definitions, but that's one of them. So yeah, but anyway, how do I get onto that from flowers? Oh yeah, flowers in the hair. But yeah, I also really like, I also think daisies are great. They're cool, they are weeds, but they look really pretty. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, a good ending way to link to flowers, but I can't think of any. So go outside and enjoy the nature, or don't, because it's summer and it's boiling if you're in the same hemisphere as me. But just appreciate flowers and nature anyway. Bye. Why do I say this hairbrush? Bye.